Hello everyone, good morning. Actually, it's nighttime right now, and I'm just working out a quick lesson for you this morning. Well, at least by the time you see it, it'll be morning. And yesterday's lesson, what we did was we went over some fill-ins or some substitutes that you could do when you're playing in the key of G. If you haven't picked that up, check it out, because we're going to do something similar today. We're going to do the key of C. But yesterday's looked like this. We had the G chord, and that was the G chord, okay? So if you didn't pick that one up, go back and check it out. Today we're going to work on the C chord. And these are just little fill-ins that you can do when you're playing in the key of C. And just like yesterday's, when you're playing the key of G and you're playing along, if you know this, there's so much you can do. I mean, there's a lot you can do if you just know this, because it just sounds good. So we're going to look at the C chord today and just look at some fill-ins that you can do, or substitutes, or I call them two-finger fill-ins, because they're just two notes. It's all we're playing. And I'm going to put up the chord charts and make it real simple. But you got to put in some time to get it seated into your brain, okay? But once you do, it'll be your friend when you're playing, especially with other people, and you want to bring out a melody or add something different to the mix. It's just a really nice way to do it. So anyways, we'll get started on that in just 1 second. Now, I know I said the cards were over with and we weren't going to do anymore, but I got one more card today. I just happened to go down the mailbox, and there it was, and it was from Australia, and it was so special. I have to show this to you just before we get started. I won't take long, and I know this has pretty much come to an end, but this is another Christmas card. This one came all the way from Australia, so it took a little while to get here. But I'm so happy to receive it. It is the cutest little card, as you can see. And when you open it up, what I really found to be really, really neat is this little ornament that says it's made in Australia. Isn't that cute? That is so neat. I'm going to stick that on my tree, and it's going to go into my decorations. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to date it on the back, and probably put a note on where it came from. So thank you, Carol. Thank you for sending this. It's just really nice to get beautiful cards like this. This has been such a great year for cards. I don't think I've ever received this many Christmas cards in my lifetime, all at once. But I have had so much fun. And these ones that are trickling in at the end, yesterday's was exciting. This one's exciting and fun to receive. And thank you so much, all the way from Australia. Thank you, Carol. I really appreciate it. I'm going to get a card out to you. It's going to be a New Year's card, but it'll have my sticker in it for you. All right. Well, let's get started on this little lesson. And let's see, where do we go with this? Well, let's just start out with saying we're in the key of C, and I think everybody knows the C chord, right? Well, there's little substitutes that you can do when you're playing in C to bring out the melody. Now, we're going to start out in the key of C, what we're working in, and these two-finger fill-ins or substitutes are going to work when you're playing in the key of C, and generally playing progression like C, F, and G. It just fills in really, really nice. So let's say you have the C chord, okay? And the next one that you want to go to is what you're trying to do is you're trying to get this sound right here. You got the C chord, you're playing along. want to learn that right there. Remember this old song? This land is your land, this land is my land. Remember that? Okay, so let's say we're playing along in that. Okay, so you hear that? So that's what you can use these for instead of playing the typical C, F, and G. You could have somebody else playing those chords, and you could just fill in with these two-finger fill-ins, and it just sounds really neat. Okay, okay. So let's go through them. So you got the C chord, and the first one that we want to learn is at the 3rd fret. Put your middle finger on the 4th string, 3rd fret. Put your ring finger on the 2nd string and the 3rd fret. And just play those notes. Your thumb is picking up 4, and your middle finger is picking up the 2nd string. Okay, you notice I'm just kind of pinching them together in this case, but you can go back and forth between them, or you can play them. Okay, so that's the first one. That actually sounds pretty much like the G chord because you're picking up this D right here. And it's part of the G sus. So when you're playing C, it sounds like I'm playing the G right now. It gets really close to that. It's certainly not the G chord, but because it's an F and a D. But it sounds close because it's close. It's in the family, especially when you're playing like a G, a sus, G sus. In this case, this is a G sus too. In this case, instead, we're just playing those two notes, okay? And then what you do is you can slide up 2 frets. Same formation. It kind of can substitute again for another C. Okay, it sounds like that because just listen to this. So this is C, this is G, and this is the C. And listen to this. Okay, so it's just very, very close. So anyway, so G, C. Okay, G, C. All right. But those are not, that's not a G chord, that's not a C chord. It's just in the family. It's a great substitute. It sounds really good together, okay? So then we're going to move up 1 fret, and we're going to change our shape. So you're going to find this is in 2s, okay? For this one, for the C chord, it's in 2s. You've got start with a C, and then you have this shape, and you're going to do 2 of them in a row of this shape, just moving up 2 frets, okay? Now we're going to go to a different shape, and we're going to do 2 of that shape, just moving up 2 frets. That shape actually looks like an A minor 7th, right, when you're playing down here, except it's going to be up here at the 6th fret. And you're playing, once again, you're still playing string 4 and 2, and your pointer finger is on the 2nd fret, 6th string, and your middle finger's on the 4th string, and you're on the 7th fret. Then what you do is you that actually can fill in really nice for an F. Hear it? Okay, and then you can move, and now you can move up 2 more frets using that same shape. It sounds like the F chord, the G chord. So F, G. Okay, and then you're going to change shapes again. You did 2 of these, you did 2 of these, and now we're going to go back to that first shape that we did that looked like the A7th except it's going to be at the 10th fret. Okay, your middle finger's on the 4th string, 10th fret, and your ring finger's on the 2nd string, 10th fret. Just playing those 2 strings, strings 4 and 2. Okay. Then you move up 2 frets, and then you can go back to your C again. So now you have, then you switch, go 2 times, then you switch, go 2 times, and then go back to C. You could do the C here, right, because it's that octave higher from that. But this is a 12 fret guitar, so I left it out because it's just very difficult. So we've got, all right, and that's it. It's just very, very simple, but it does take some work to get your brain and your fingers to connect and to become part of your playing, so that when you're playing along in a song, and it's just a lot of fun to play with. So explore it, try out things, find a song that's in C, that's using chords C, F, and G, and see if you could take these and find your way through that song. It makes it's just a lot of fun. All right, so we're gonna leave it there. I'm tired, I'm ready to go sleep. I still have to edit this though, so I'll go put it together. We'll try to get it out by about 5, 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. And okay, I think we're going to leave it there. Don't forget to subscribe. And I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are in this world.